Alright, YouTube. Another one for you. Today we're just gonna do a quick Foggy raid. And we're gonna do it at about 238,963 battle power, apparently. Now, I don't really consider it like entry level, but it is actually achievable before you head into the raid to kind of get that kind of power. I'm gonna be rocking Alcona. I could rock Tion as well. I've got him on like full energy, right? He's about the same kind of. He's like 1,000 battle power shorter. He's got the revive. But what we're gonna do is just go Shannon and Priz. So I'm using like a rage set on Priz. With I'll show you quickly. I'll just show you what we're using. We've got like HP percent, defense, crit damage, and he's got 71% crit rate. Right? You know, it's just a tanky rage set because Priz does damage based on boss HP. And Shannon is, of course, let's see, she's rocking the attack percent. She's rocking a triple attack, so she's not very tanky. Sadly, they're quite old runes. I haven't fixed her up yet in a while. And then we've just got full evasion, foresight runes, you know, HP everywhere for Economia, right? So, you know, definitely achievable. We're just using plus 12. If you jump into like TOA and Spires, and you like come into here and you do these, and then you get the rewards from doing these let me scroll down here. Get the rewards from doing these challenges. All right, and then you can spend them in here, right? So I'm only at like tier 2. I've got to push more on here and do a little more, but for now, you know, it is what it is, right? Anyways, just wanted to give a quick rundown on, you know, it is somewhat achievable battle power if you want to do that before you jump into Foggy there. So we're just going to jump in now. It's got to find it. There it is. A quick join. Hopefully we get a good party, so I don't have to restart the video. But I actually got almost an instant match before I started the video, so we'll see if we have to wait long. Okay. I could create party. Oh, here we go. Let's see if we get lucky here. 238, 299. Yep, sweet. 227. Now, I do have Bastet, who is like much higher battle power, and I also have Lin built up now, who is also why is he there? Who is also higher battle power, and I was trying to use them a bit earlier, and it just wasn't as consistent as what I've got going on now. Whoop, excuse me. Can you like get in there? Anyways, we're going to get in here and we're going to start spamming. And we're going to swap to our DPS here. Little DPS meter so we can all have a look. Now, what do you want to dodge that one? Let's see here. Heat. Put that on auto there. Where's he at? There's he at. Nope. Where are you going? You're going this way, okay? We're just going to spam my Q, basically. Keep him debuffed as much as possible and just try and nuke him down, right? Balak is doing big PP DPS. Whoop, look at it. Kind of want this guy to get healed up. Where are we going, boys? Look at it. He's going that way. We are going back up this way. Can you heal? Quick. Stupid bird. Heal your teammates. Why are you mistargeting? Stop that. Ah. Gosh. Got the stun. But as you can see, I am water Cleaf. We are applying defense down and speed down on Vita. Vita is basically dead. Balak is actually doing huge damage. I am often in here. Oh shoot, look at that. Having to either keep up with people or do just like, you know, or carry the DPS sometimes. Just because of how it... Sometimes just with the people that you do get paired up with, we're pretty lucky to have gotten paired up with someone with 300k power, who is big PP DPS. But this is like, you know, we're in here as Cleaf, okay, and we just want to spam. Oh no, did he just... Yo, he just intercepted me. Okay, I haven't had that happen before. I didn't know. Oh, I think I did actually smack him with it. That's alright then. That's alright then. But yeah, anyways, as you guys can see, we are actually keeping up. And as a Cleaf, we don't actually have to worry too much about taking a lot of damage as long as the debuffs are up, right? Everyone generally brings a healer, so there's always heals cycling. Someone's usually always got a best step. Unfortunately, like I was saying, mine wasn't doing too well in comparison for consistency's sake. Versus when I bring in Shannon, I can actually just kind of, look at this, face tank him. And normally I would just have Konomiya as the synced unit, but I think we can kind of get away with spamming our Q here when I've brought these team members more often than not. Now, what I could also do is swap to, like, if you're feeling pretty daring, I could swap to Wind Cleaf. And what he has is his skill 2 has a what's that lightning debuff? I forget what it's called all of a sudden. Electric shock, I think that's what they call it. But as you can see, we're just kind of face tanking this guy because he's only defense broken 2. We've all got pretty good buffs, etc. Got him attack down and stuff. All my units are surviving. And yeah, if you want to feel pretty brave, and this is from a Cleaf perspective, you can also swap to your electric. Let's get some more debuffs on this guy first, and then I'll swap over to it. Look at that. Okay, let's go. Oh, look at that. Alright, let's slap that out. Oh, I was gonna say he's about to die. Where's my okay. Never mind. I'll show you guys out of the outside of the raid here. It's a little difficult. It was definitely a little difficult to talk and spam at the same time. So not much foresight on my part. But as you guys can see, we did pretty good. I've gotten like 1.4, 1.5 mil before. Valet showing up, sweet. I'm so happy because I've used a couple of entries today so far. And unfortunately, a couple teams did wipe, or it kind of wiped. A couple of the other party members, they came in, like one of them came in at 190, and another came in at around the same battle power as me, but they died in the second phase, unfortunately. So that didn't turn out too well. But let me just show you guys. So like, the wind power has the electric shock ability. That's what it was. And electric shock increases, it puts a damage over time on the boss, and it'll also have a chance of doing like double damage or something like that. So pretty nice debuff to get on the boss if you really want. Otherwise, it's like fire's not super good for Foggy because it's got like unrecoverable and stuff like that. It's got little heal over time. Light has like a shield, which is handy, but other than that, like, it's got silence, I guess, you know, but I don't know, I just find, like, attack down is a lot more reliable than the shield and silence, and dark is not really all that good for it, but at least, like, this is all from my perspective, right? This is from, like, me trying them out and seeing which one I like the most and stuff, and for it, and so far, I like entering with water, and if I have a free moment, then I can try and swap to electric, and let's see, can we, like, can we pop this guy? I think he just one-shots him because we're in such a low-level area. But yeah, so like, just like a quick kind of overview of how, you know, I jump in there, smash out Foggy quickly. Sometimes, you know, sometimes you just get partners that they get ganked by the I forget his name. Where is he? Where is it? Where is it? What's his name? Their names are, is this Tayu? So like sometimes people just get ganked by Tayu here. He is like a defense-based damage dealer, I think it was. Yeah, so defense-based damage dealer, removes all beneficial effects, harmful effects, and so on and so forth, right? Whereas Vita, gotta watch out for his big PP DPS, and this is why I kind of just hump him with my water weapon to put attack down and attack speed down on this guy, and I just hope that somebody has defense break spamming on this guy other than that. But otherwise, like, you know, I like to try and get this guy killed as soon as I can, just because I'm kind of built for it, right? Like, it's just how it is when you got this water weapon that is like the perfect counter to Vita, right? No point me running in. I don't think any of our skills have a defense break on them. So I just go in and I deal with Vita instead, right? Otherwise, you know, maybe I could swap between the two. do whatever, right? But yeah, so if you have an elemental, as you guys saw, pretty big PP DPS, right? And that's on like HP runes, crit damage, etc. I'm just sitting there spamming his Q. If you feel like being a bit more safe, you know, control your Konomiya or your Tail. Tail? Why did I say Tail? Tion, sorry. Your Konomiya or your Tion. Just makes sense, right? Like these two here, this guy here. Listen, if you're good with your Tion and you've killed Via, and let's say your teammates have all died, or your monsters have died and stuff, you can just kind of, so you can actually just, you can legitimately run around Teiyu and not get hit by him and not get killed by him, and then you can just keep reviving your monsters and stuff. The only issue is, of course, then you don't have the debuffs on him and stuff, right? Sadly. Anyways, I'm going to cut it there. This was only supposed to be a short one, so we're going to keep it short. 10 minutes is good enough. I think I've kind of like shown, hey, you know, this is how I do things on my Cleaf at the moment with like this kind of battle power versus like I was trying Bastet and Lyn, and as you can see, Lyn's got pretty, like, you know, she's got like 70% crit rate, 132% crit damage. She's on attack percent, runes. She does nice damage. She does do nice damage, but for sinking, I can just spam the heck out of this this skill here, 45%, and with all the debuffs on the enemy, it just works out as a lot more DPS. When I'm personally spamming it, if I was gonna have like if I was gonna have my Kona out and for sync, then I'll just have my Lyn out instead. I have had to swap monsters mid-battle multiple times so far because, you know, like I said, sometimes the raid doesn't go perfectly, so you start swapping monsters around. Maybe someone gets insta-gibbed. But other than that, because, you know, debuffs don't always stay on, right? And they do cleanse them, and you have to reapply them and stuff, and yada yada. Anyways, Bastet, great. He isn't quite there yet for me, as far as keeping attack down and stuff on. But the defense break from Shannon and the defense buff from Shannon was very helpful in comparison. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it there, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.
A few moments later.
Alright guys, future Anabrax here. I was just watching a video back and I realized that I kind of forgot to show the summoner skills that I currently use for my Cleaf in the video about the Cleaf doing Foggy, right? So I've attached obviously this section to the end of the video. Just wanted to show you guys how I've got my skills set up. There's the skill tree there for you. And I did initially just go into the passives, and then I grabbed what I want from this tree. I kind of went down to like, yeah, so I went from like, I stopped at the ultimate gauge, so I maxed out these, and then left these blank for quite a while. But I've been using like obtains ultimate gauge bonus with a 40% chance, blah blah, right? So it's like, I've just been using these in the utility section. The passives are the first priority for me, because like, for example, this one is like damage taken down from, you know, boss or enemy summoner, blah blah blah, right? So just, you know, these defensive passives that help yourself and your other monsters, very handy. And then I put my points into the shield skill because I was using light a lot for the invincibility shield. So like I use that in like PvP and other places and stuff to make it longer. And then I've been putting so I've been going like defensiveness first, and then slowly start trying to put some damage in, right? Slowly trying to get these other passives, because eventually this is all going to be maxed out, right? I just need to keep crafting skill books each day and so on and so forth. So, you know, just wanted to kind of give you guys a heads up there on what the skills look like for my Cleaf as well. And while we're at it, I just wanted to also... Oh, thank you. I also wanted to clarify on the elementals, right? That, let's see. So, now, I know not everyone's going to have a light elemental, and I'm not, like, recommending to go out of your way to build one. But for those of you who are interested in, you know, utilizing the light elemental's skill of the 45% targets max HP as damage and just spamming it with your Q if you want, rather than, say, like, having Lyn on the side or you know, whatever, right? Like depending, whoever you choose to use your DPS, that's all cool, right? But if you wanted a replacement for the light elemental, you can also use the fire and the water elemental if you like. So the fire elemental is going to have an increase in crit damage, and he also has the same skill, right? So he's got this crit damage passive. So if you want, he's also got burn. So if you want damage, fire elemental is great for that. The light elemental I'm using has like a damage reduction passive, so I was like, he's kind of cool. He fits in with my idea of being tanky and defensive, right? And if you would like a tankier elemental over the fire one, then the water one is where you're going to go. Because the wind and dark ones don't have the skill. They have something else, right? They've got like a couple buffs, like damage reflect or crit rate up or something. There he is. So the water elemental here, if we have a look at his final skill, it is less damage unless the enemy is a water attribute, then it is more damage. So you see he's got 36% of target's max HP instead of 45%. But if it's a water attribute, he gets a bonus hit of 24%, right? And for him, he actually has a skill that gives himself a almost 40% of his own max HP as a shield for 14 seconds. So you can build him. I actually used to do this in Sky Arena. You can build him defensive, like HP, crit rate, crit damage, right? And he will be very efficient for use on bosses, right? As you can see, he still has like that 2 mana cost cooldown for sinking. Plus, he'll be very tanky as well. So just a heads up. I mean, I guess it is a 3 mana cost shield, so you'll have to kind of use this a couple times and then put the shield back up. But very tanky. If you're not using him for your sync unit, he will stay alive quite easily compared to the fire one. And I'm not too sure how he is as far as survivability goes compared to the light one, but I would assume having a shield is pretty handy, even compared to the 35% damage reduction. Anyways, I just wanted to kind of, you know, throw that out there. Now, there are, of course, other units such as Martial Cat, the Martial Cats and stuff that are great for bosses from what I hear. I think it was like the Wind Martial Cat, the Light Martial Cat, the Wind Martial Cat was great for bosses, I think, because it increases its crit rate and crit damage based on its harmful effects. The Water Magic Cat was great for ignoring beneficial effects. And a unit I noticed earlier, let me see, well, not notice, but another great unit that has caught my eye, just in general, is the Fire Griffin, who has 2 skills that do damage based on the enemy's max HP. So, like, look at this, 51.7% of target's max HP is damage, right? 3 mana cost, so more than the elementals, and he also strips, removes 1 beneficial effect. So you could essentially be spamming that with your sync if you like. And then obviously you've also got attack speed, 15% of max HP as damage. So even if he's not synced, 4 mana cost, you know, it seems pretty good, you know, as far as that goes. It's a strip and DPS in one for bosses, if you have the shards for building Fire Griffin. Now, it's just a cover, you know, just throwing out a couple other extras while I've got you there, and I'm tacking this onto the end of the other video, of the Foggy video. Anyways, I'll cut it there because we've added an extra 6 minutes. So yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next one. I do plan on trying to get some more informative stuff out there, but for now I'm just kind of following along with what I'm kind of personally doing, and just want to, you know, put it out there and kind of give people an idea who might be struggling maybe a little bit with like what they want to do as well, and they just want to see what other people are doing that is working for them so far, right? Anyways, I'll catch you guys next time. I don't know why I do this. Why do I do this? It's just automatic. I'm sorry. Peace out, guys.